Howdy, Possum Patty here. It is July 26th and I am nature journaling. I'm calling this page on Saturday, I vacuumed the cat. And on Sunday, I feed the birds. I decided to do some little portraits of the birds that visited the bird feeder. And what I have done is set up the trail camera in front of the bird feeders. So I'm going to do a little informal survey of who's been to the bird feeders. Now, this is my husband's trail cam. It's not an expensive one and the pixel quality isn't terribly good, but at least I captured some of the birds at the feeder. First up is the house finch and the goldfinch. This video I took with my regular camera. The house finch looks like a brown finch whose head has been dipped in red paint, kind of spilled down his breast a little bit, and a touch on the back. The goldfinch is a jaunty yellow with black cap and black and white wings. We have a lot of goldfinches in our yard this year. Next up is the black-capped chickadee. I love these little birds. Next up is the red-bellied woodpecker, and don't confuse this with the red-headed woodpecker. The whole entire head is red. On the red-bellied woodpecker, it does have a little red on the back of the head, but not under the chin or around the neck, and there is a patch of red on the belly. Next are my downy woodpeckers. They're so cute. And they too have a little touch of red on the back of their head. Now sometimes these are confused with the hairy woodpeckers, because if you look in this Peterson Field Guide of Birds, you can see that from afar they look almost exactly the same. The hairy woodpecker is larger and has a bigger bill, but sometimes you can't tell that from a distance. If you can see the bill, note that the downy woodpecker's bill, if you put it against his head, would only go about halfway. And the hairy woodpecker bill, if you took the bill and put it against his head, it's the same size as the head. When the downy woodpecker came, from a distance it was hard to tell which one it was. So I counted the squares on the bird feeder, and I noted that the bird was between 5 and 6 squares. And then after the bird left, I took my ruler outside and I noted that each square was exactly 1 inch. So by looking at the bird against the squares on the bird feeder, I can see exactly how big it is. And this bird was about 5 to 6 squares. So we know for sure that it's the downy woodpecker. I took a little video of the goldfinches out in the zinnia garden, because another thing that the goldfinches like to eat are the petals off of my zinnia plants. Boy, do they make a mess. It's hard to see in the video because they're kind of far away. After they left, I went over and took some closer photos so you can see what they do to my flowers. But I don't care. I share my flowers with the birds and the bees. In June and July, there's a lot of fledglings in the yard. I got this cute picture of a downy fledgling, almost as big as the adult, wiggling its wings, waiting for the adult to feed it. I also have a little video of a white-breasted nuthatch feeding its young, and its young, the fledgling, is almost as big as it is too. On today's journal page, I decided to do these little squares and put one bird in each of the squares. You can make your squares more interesting by having part of the bird fall out of the square. I also took my Sakura glaze pen and did the little border around the edge. The glaze pen is very shiny and three-dimensional, so it makes nice little frames. It's easy to do these frames. Just make a wiggly line, go around at the corner, and then come back and wiggle some more. And then I just fill them in. You can color them in, fill them in, put dots, put designs, do whatever you like. Thanks for coming along today. Happy nature journaling. Bye-bye now.